When you close your eyes tonight and lay your head upon the pillow, remember this truth: the universe is a perfect mirror, and it can only return to you what you believe, what you affirm, and what you expect. Life does not withhold wealth, love, or opportunity. It waits for your command. In the invisible realm of spirit, every good thing already exists. You do not have to earn it, you do not have to fight for it, you have only to align with it and claim it as yours. Your words are wands. Every spoken thought, every whispered affirmation, before sleep writes itself upon the substance of the universe. The moment you speak it, it begins to take form. Speak as though the unseen is already seen, and the seen will bend to meet the unseen. This is the secret of every miracle. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, declare, I am surrounded by infinite supply. The universe responds swiftly and generously to my every call. Wealth flows to me freely, easily, and joyfully. The doors of abundance open wide for me now. Do not beg, command. Do not plead, affirm. Do not wonder, no. When you speak this way, you are no longer wishing. You are instructing. You are setting in motion unseen forces that must obey the law of your word. Your subconscious mind is the fertile soil. The seed you plant just before sleep roots itself deeply and begins to grow while you dream. When you wake, you will see the first shoots of your manifestation. The call you make tonight will be answered, because law cannot be broken. Release doubt. Release fear. The universe does not measure time the way you do, it measures readiness. The moment you are certain, the moment your inner vibration matches your spoken command, the universe delivers without delay. 24 hours is not a barrier in spirit. Miracles do not need time, they need alignment. Picture yourself already wealthy as you drift off. Feel the freedom. Feel the joy. Feel the ease. As you do, you impress your subconscious with a new pattern, and your outer world must reflect it. By morning, you will awaken to new opportunities, unexpected gifts, or a shift so dramatic you cannot mistake it for coincidence. Tonight your words are decrees. Speak them with authority. Speak them with love. Speak them with the certainty that the universe hears you, knows you, and responds instantly to you. Let your last thought before sleep be wealth, abundance, and gratitude. The world you awaken to will be the one you designed in spirit before you closed your eyes. Your words are powerful commands, because each sound you speak carries vibration, energy, and intent that travels far beyond the space you occupy and begins shaping the conditions of your life the moment it leaves your lips. When you speak, you are not simply using air and sound, you are directing a creative force that is sensitive, responsive, and immediate. The entire universe operates by law, and law responds to the nature of your word, as surely as an echo responds to a shout in a canyon. When you understand that your spoken word is not just communication but creation, you begin to approach your affirmations with reverence and authority. This is why the moment before sleep is so powerful, because your conscious mind is drifting away and your subconscious is open, receptive, and fertile, ready to accept whatever seed you plant. Speaking affirmations just before sleep sends them directly into the deepest part of you, where they can take root and grow overnight, unchallenged by the doubts and contradictions of waking consciousness. Your words must be spoken as if they are already reality, because the subconscious does not understand future or past, it only accepts the present. When you affirm wealth, abundance, or opportunity as a fact rather than a hope, your subconscious aligns with that vibration, and the universe begins to arrange people, events, and circumstances to fulfill it. Speaking in this way transforms your affirmations from mere wishes into powerful decrees. You are not asking the universe, you are instructing it. And in doing so, you are instructing yourself. Every word carries an image, and every image carries a frequency. As you say, I am wealthy, you are vibrating wealth into your field, calling forth its essence, and declaring to all unseen forces that this is the reality you choose. Your words are also mirrors. Whatever you speak consistently becomes reflected in your circumstances. And the more you repeat a phrase, the deeper it carves a pathway in your subconscious mind. This is why repetition before sleep is so potent. While your conscious mind sleeps, your subconscious continues working tirelessly, acting on the patterns it has been fed, drawing to you the people, ideas, and opportunities that match those patterns. In this way, you are literally programming the field of your experience with your words, and because the universe operates on resonance, what you vibrate will return to you, amplified and multiplied. This is also why emotion matters when you speak your affirmations. Words without feeling are like seeds tossed on stone, they do not germinate. Words spoken with conviction, joy and expectation, however, are like seeds planted in rich soil and watered daily. When you declare, "I am surrounded by wealth," and you feel it as though it were already yours, your subconscious and the universe both respond, as if it is already accomplished. Feeling gives your words the life, force they need to manifest. This is why you must also visualize as you speak, combining the word and the image so your entire inner world is aligned with your command. Another dimension of the power of your words is their ability to override old patterns. Many people unknowingly affirm lack, limitation, and failure each day by the casual language they use. Before sleep, those words are cemented into the subconscious, and the next day they wake to more of the same. By consciously choosing words of abundance and power, you interrupt that cycle. You begin replacing old seeds with new ones, and over time, as the new seeds take root and grow stronger, they crowd out the old weeds of limitation and doubt. This process begins the first night you deliberately speak new words before sleep. But it grows stronger each night you continue, building a vibration so powerful that the universe has no choice but to respond. Your words also connect you to unseen helpers, intuitive guidance, and synchronistic events. When you affirm that wealth flows to you easily, you are opening channels you may not even know exist. Someone may contact you with an opportunity, you may have a sudden idea in the night, or you may simply feel inspired to take an action you hadn't considered before. This is the universe aligning with your word. The command you speak acts as a signal or a beacon, calling forth the circumstances that match its frequency. You do not have to force the how. Your only role is to speak, feel, and believe. The how reveals itself because the law of your word is law to everything connected with you. In using your words as powerful commands, you must also cultivate discipline. The universe responds not just to what you affirm once, but to the dominant tone of your vibration. If you affirm abundance before sleep but spend the day complaining of lack, you send mixed signals. The key is to make your words consistent with the reality you desire, so that every statement, every casual comment, and every thought you allow into speech reinforces your command. Over time, this consistency builds a momentum that is irresistible, a force of alignment so strong that your outer world must bend to match it. Before sleep, the veil between the conscious and subconscious is thin, and you are closest to the infinite field of possibility. In that state, your words act as a bridge between the seen and the unseen, delivering your message to the creative intelligence of the universe. As you speak, you are not only instructing your subconscious mind, but also imprinting the universal mind with your desire. This is a sacred moment, and when you approach it with certainty, reverence and joy, you magnify its power many times over. It is also vital to choose your words with precision. Vague words create vague results. Be clear, specific, and affirmative. Say, "Wealth flows to me freely and easily," rather than, "I don't want to be broke." The subconscious does not recognize negation, it only hears the essence of your words. By framing every command in positive, present, tense language, you ensure that your subconscious is given a clear blueprint to follow. The clearer the blueprint, the faster the results. Finally, understand that the words you speak tonight do not just echo in your mind, they echo in the universe. They are vibrations sent out into the field of all possibilities. And because every vibration seeks its match, your command attracts the form that corresponds to it. In this way, your spoken word is not merely an affirmation, it is a creative act, a declaration of truth, and an instruction to the forces that govern reality. Each night as you lay down to sleep, you are entering the workshop of creation, and your words are the tools with which you build your tomorrow. The moments before sleep are the most powerful, because your conscious mind begins to relax, your analytical faculties loosen their grip, and your subconscious mind stands open like a fertile field waiting for the seed of your thought. All day long your mind is busy, filtering information, questioning, doubting, analyzing and resisting. But as night falls and your body prepares for rest, you cross a threshold between waking and dreaming where suggestion becomes law, and whatever you impress upon your subconscious takes root quickly and deeply. Aligning your subconscious before sleep is the secret doorway to transformation, because while you sleep, your inner mind works tirelessly, weaving together ideas, drawing connections, and setting in motion the unseen forces that bring your desires to life. This is why the last thing you think or say before drifting off matters far more than most people realize, because it becomes the blueprint your subconscious follows as it orchestrates your reality. When you consciously choose to fill this moment with words of abundance, images of wealth, and feelings of gratitude, you are programming your inner self to expect success and prosperity. This is not just mental exercise, it is the language of creation. Your subconscious mind does not argue or question, it simply accepts whatever is fed to it, particularly in the drowsy state between waking and sleep known as the hypnagogic state. In this state you are most impressionable, and every affirmation spoken, every image held, and every feeling cultivated is etched into the deepest part of your being. Over time this becomes your default vibration, and your outer life begins to shift to match it. The key to aligning your subconscious is consistency and clarity. Each night as you prepare to sleep, set aside a few moments to quiet your breathing and turn inward. See yourself as already living the life you desire. Feel the emotions of having your wishes fulfilled. Hear yourself speaking words of gratitude for blessings received. Speak affirmations aloud or silently, but speak them with the authority of someone declaring a truth, not the hesitancy of someone asking a favor. Your subconscious does not recognize begging, it recognizes conviction. When you declare, "I am wealthy," or "money flows to me freely," just before sleep, you are not making a future request, you are planting a present seed, and the subconscious responds immediately. Visualization combined with affirmation magnifies the effect. Your mind thinks in pictures, and your subconscious speaks in symbols. When you pair your chosen words with vivid mental imagery, you give your subconscious a clear and detailed blueprint to follow. If you desire wealth, imagine yourself looking at your bank account filled with abundance. Imagine holding checks, cash, or contracts. Imagine the sensory details, the touch, the color, the sounds around you. Then speak your chosen words as you hold the image in mind, and your subconscious will begin to accept it as reality. As it does, it will influence your thoughts, your intuition, and your behavior in ways that attract corresponding conditions into your life. Another way to align your subconscious before sleep is to evoke strong emotion. Emotion is the energy that carries your affirmations into the deeper layers of your mind. Without emotion, your words remain on the surface, but with emotion they sink down into the soil and begin to sprout. When you speak of wealth, feel the freedom, the relief, the joy, the excitement of financial abundance. When you affirm love or success, feel the warmth, the confidence, the satisfaction. These feelings are not empty fantasies. They are the vibrational signals that tell your subconscious what to create next. The more vividly and sincerely you feel them, the more quickly the subconscious mind accepts them as fact. It is also essential to neutralize any conflicting thoughts before you go to bed. If you spend the evening worrying about bills, arguing with yourself about your worth, or replaying scenes of failure, you are feeding your subconscious the opposite of what you desire. Instead, take a few minutes before sleep to release tension and replace negative thoughts with positive declarations. You can do this through gentle breathing, meditation, or simply focusing on one clear affirmation repeated like a mantra. This will wash away the residue of the day and leave your subconscious receptive and aligned with your true desires. Over time, the habit of aligning your subconscious before sleep creates a powerful momentum. Your subconscious begins to expect good, to anticipate wealth, to look for opportunity. You may notice you wake up with new ideas, sudden insights, or a sense of confidence you did not have before. This is your inner mind guiding you, opening doors, and pointing you toward the next steps. It may orchestrate chance encounters, align circumstances, or bring unexpected resources into your path. All of this is the natural outworking of the seeds you planted in the stillness before sleep, Aligning your subconscious also requires that you trust its power and release control. You do not need to figure out how your desires will manifest. You only need to impress them deeply and consistently. The subconscious is like a master gardener who knows exactly how to cultivate the seeds you give it, as long as you do not dig them up with doubt the next morning. Trust is the water that nourishes the seeds, and patience allows them to grow. By repeating your affirmations and visualizations nightly, you reinforce your intention and signal to your subconscious that this is the new normal, not a passing whim. Another subtle but powerful technique is to use the moment just as you awaken in the night or in the morning, when you are still half asleep, to repeat your affirmations. These twilight states are gateways to the subconscious, just like the moments before sleep. In those moments your mind is still soft and impressionable, and your words and images can sink deeply without resistance. By bookending your day with intentional affirmations, before sleep and upon waking, you build an unbroken channel of communication with your inner mind. Your environment before sleep also matters. Create a space of calm and positivity. Avoid chaotic or fearful content. Keep your room serene, dimly lit, perhaps infused with a scent you associate with peace or abundance. All of these sensory cues become linked to your nightly practice and deepen your subconscious conditioning. Over time, simply entering that environment can trigger a state of receptivity and alignment. This ritual becomes a sacred space where you commune with the creative power within you. And every night you strengthen the bridge between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming. The power of aligning your subconscious before sleep is cumulative and transformative. Each night you are giving new instructions to the invisible forces that govern your life, telling them exactly what to bring you. This is not a single act but a practice, a discipline, and a relationship. You and your subconscious mind work together, one issuing the command and the other fulfilling it. This nightly dialogue reshapes your beliefs, your expectations, and your entire vibrational field, making it inevitable that your external reality will shift to match your internal blueprint. Commanding rather than pleading is the subtle but powerful shift that moves you from hoping to knowing, from waiting to receiving, and from being a passive observer of life to an active creator of it. When you plead, you send a signal of lack and uncertainty. When you command, you send a signal of certainty and abundance. The universe and your subconscious mind respond to the tone and feeling behind your words more than the words themselves. This is why replacing doubt and begging with authority and conviction activates immediate manifestation of wealth. The act of commanding aligns you with the laws of creation, because it reflects an understanding that you already possess the power to direct energy, form, and circumstance. In the unseen realm where all possibilities exist, there is no distance between thought and manifestation, except the distance created by uncertainty. When you remove uncertainty and speak your word as a decree, you collapse that distance and bring your desired outcome into form far more quickly. The difference between a plea and a command is rooted in identity. When you plead, you identify as someone without power asking a higher force for mercy. When you command, you identify as someone who is one with that force, co-creating with it, exercising the authority of a natural law. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. When you say, "I am wealthy now," instead of, "Please let me be wealthy," you are claiming what already exists in the invisible realm and calling it forth into the visible. You are declaring your alignment with abundance, rather than confessing your separation from it. This shift in language signals to your subconscious mind and to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you accept it as yours, and that you expect its appearance without delay. Commanding also focuses your energy. Pleading scatters energy because it contains the vibration of doubt, desperation, and lack. When you beg, you create an image of not having, and your subconscious mind takes that image literally, producing more experiences of not having. Commanding gathers your energy into a single, powerful direction. It creates an image of having, of being, of knowing, and your subconscious mind accepts that as truth, producing circumstances that match it. This is why the tone of your affirmation matters as much as the content. Saying, "Money flows to me now," with a firm, calm, assured voice, and with a sense of ownership impresses your subconscious with a powerful directive. Another reason commanding works so quickly is because it bypasses resistance. When you plead, you automatically acknowledge that something stands between you and what you want. When you command, you erase the gap. You speak as though it is already done, and your subconscious mind and the universal law treat it as done. This is the principle of assuming the state desired, embodying it so fully that there is no space for contradiction. As you continue to command your reality nightly before sleep, your subconscious begins to treat your command as its new normal, adjusting your beliefs, your actions, and your vibration to match. Opportunities arise. Intuitive nudges guide you, and synchronicities unfold because your inner world has shifted from waiting to receiving. The key to commanding effectively is clarity, authority, and emotional conviction. Clarity means you know exactly what you are commanding. Authority means you speak it as a decree, without wavering or hedging. Emotional conviction means you feel the truth of your words as you speak them. Combining these three creates a vibrational stamp that your subconscious cannot ignore. When you say, "I now receive unlimited financial abundance," you must see it, feel it, and believe it as you speak. This imprints your subconscious with a living picture and activates the universal forces that correspond to it. Commanding also reshapes your self-concept over time. Each time you speak as someone who already has what they desire, you train your mind to think and act like that person. Your beliefs shift, your habits change, and your perception of reality evolves. You begin to notice opportunities you once overlooked, because your subconscious mind is now programmed to recognize and act upon anything aligned with your command. You develop an inner authority that radiates outward, attracting people and circumstances that resonate with your new identity. This practice of commanding, rather than pleading, is especially potent before sleep. In the twilight state, when the conscious mind relaxes and the subconscious opens, your commands are received without resistance, becoming the dominant impressions of your inner world. While you sleep, your subconscious works tirelessly to bring about the state you have impressed upon it, rearranging your inner programming, sending intuitive impulses, and drawing external circumstances to match. This is why nightly command statements can create rapid change. It is also helpful to remove language of doubt or delay from your commands. Words like "someday," "hopefully," or "I wish" dilute the power of your decree. Instead, use words that imply immediacy, presence, and certainty. "No. Already. I am." This not only directs your subconscious to accept the state as real, but also conditions you to feel the reality of your desire in the present moment. The more you can inhabit the feeling of already having, the faster it will solidify in your physical experience. Emotionally, commanding shifts you from a vibration of want to a vibration of gratitude and ownership. Pleading is rooted in a sense of deficiency. Commanding is rooted in a sense of fulfillment. When you feel fulfilled, your energy field changes, your subconscious accepts abundance as normal, and you naturally draw matching circumstances. Gratitude can be used alongside commanding to magnify this effect. After declaring your command, thank the universe and your subconscious as if it has already been done. This seals the feeling of completion, and further impresses the desired state upon your inner mind. Another aspect of commanding is consistency. A single command can plant a seed, but repeated commands reinforce and strengthen it. Each night you give the same or similar command. You are watering that seed, feeding it light and nourishment, and allowing it to grow stronger roots in your subconscious. Over time, the old patterns of pleading, doubt, and lack are overwritten, and commanding becomes your natural way of speaking, thinking, and expecting. At that point, your external reality has no choice but to reflect the new dominant vibration you are holding. Commanding also invites action and inspiration. When your subconscious accepts your command as truth, it begins guiding you toward aligned steps. You may wake with a sudden idea, feel drawn to contact someone, or encounter an opportunity you previously ignored. This is not random but a direct response to your command. You do not have to force action. You will feel naturally compelled to take steps that are in harmony with your decree. This combination of inner command and outer inspired action accelerates manifestation dramatically. it is equally important to maintain the attitude of a commander during the day. If you command wealth at night, but spend the day speaking words of lack, you send mixed messages. Strive to let your daytime thoughts, words, and actions reflect the reality you commanded before sleep. Live as if your command is already fulfilled. Speak as though abundance surrounds you, and act as though you are guided by infinite intelligence. This consistency builds a coherent field of vibration that the universe cannot help but mirror back to you. Practicing commanding instead of pleading is a form of self-mastery. It teaches you to govern your inner world, to speak with intention, and to take ownership of your creative power. Each command you make before sleep is a declaration not just to the universe but to yourself about who you are and what you expect. Over time, this identity becomes unshakable, and your life begins to reorganize itself around the powerful person you have become internally. In this state, wealth and abundance flow naturally, because they are no longer something you chase, but something you emanate.